You get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, it's the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wildcard weekend, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Prime Time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Go. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
20. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. First carry now for David Montgomery. About 3 yards there to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. 180. Back to throw. Gone. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Come on.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
To the right side, this is Walker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 21.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
He completes this to Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now it's the backup Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Here's Darnold. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Darnold on third and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now a 2nd and 10. Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
St. Brown in motion right. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And a great play by Derek Hall to drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
5. Hey, lift.
To throw is Goff. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks 3. Jack Fox
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to.
Oh, and Nelson's still stopping. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
It's the score. Seahawks 10, Lions 7. Ethan Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now gone. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. This is taken in at the 5. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards.
First and goal.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Goff now looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have yet again retaken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now Goff. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's got him in. Complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Back to throw, Darnold. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 74 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, Lions 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from it pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, that's held in by Cup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Running left is Walker. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 3rd down and 1.
Here we go, set.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Play action. It's gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's gone. We're in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Lions first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Lions.
Goff throwing again. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And his throw is incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
14.
Goff now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Hey, lift! Lift! Go, go!
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He sets to fire deep. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 38 yards. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
This one's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, or anything to keep the ball in his hands.
And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are right back in this football game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Gone. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Gone. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good. We're on Lions. First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery from 8 yards out. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. To about the 40-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out first and 10. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's third down. Goff now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
But hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Now Goff. St. Brown on the catch. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9.
76, tell him. 76. 76. Set.
Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Cut. 180. Court out.
Now it's gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Detroit.
Cut. Black 20. Cut.
Montgomery back to the ground. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure it's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Montgomery on the counter. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down.
Hold on. Check. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 2. Hey, lift.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Listen. 12.
He's back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was in the playoffs. Now both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people called for this change before they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. 1st and goal. Now Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is a touchdown. That's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed. Partner to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into the postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
Trying to keep their season alive. Down 7 in overtime. They'll, of course, need to score before time runs out in the period as they work on 2nd down.
Hold on. Check. 11.
Now Goff with his first throw in OT. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for two.
Will set up for the two-point conversion.
Hey, let's go.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the